the ever growth and hunger of ambition, but also the need of failure. It's a very relatable one with, I would say, a lot of people in general and the way they approach life. Now, what I said may sound a little odd, and though I am applying it to Keemstar, who is sort of the main focus of the video, it's not the complete focus. Why? Why is that? Because the last couple episodes of lolcowlive, and Keem has been saying that he wants to fail. He is hungry for failure or something in that vein. And for me, that's a bit relatable. Why is that? Why is that relatable? The need of failure, right? Why do some people want to fail? It's because for some people, success or just something similar comes natural to them, which is a very heartbreaking feeling when you can't experience failure in your own right, when you can't experience that pain of defeat, right? Defeat is a very bitter taste in a lot of people's mouth, and a lot of people respond to it very differently. For me, instance, I usually try to respond to it in a very good manner, trying to not come off as broken or disdain, and trying to accept it and learn from my mistakes, like anything, like any other person. But I've met a lot of people when faced with complete failure, they usually become degenerate, alcoholic, big time smokers, or those or things in that vein, right? Very much this genetic mentality start to arrive with those who cannot accept failure, especially ones that are very life changing, right? But someone like Keem, it's interesting, right? Whether you like the man or not, his willingness to say it out loud that he wants to fail, he wants his soul to fail, regardless, right? But at the same time, want to prove people wrong. It's nothing new, and from my own experience, I feel that, right? There's been a lot of times in my own personal life where the need of failure is what I desire in that moment. I want to be wrong. I want to be proven wrong. I don't want to be right. I want the sting of that failure, the spit in the face of defeat, but never got that because for one reason or another, life didn't really do that for me. Rather or not, or really, life just took a different direction that was more beneficial long term or even short term thinking, with maybe left a different taste in my mouth versus like Raheem, who is calling it out, desiring it, and even you can say in ancient times or heathen times, calling to the gods and demanding them to strike him down for his action, his crime. And Keem is in that parallel, right? Especially within his own community, especially with his own show. But I feel like that hasn't really happened because, Lolcow Live, Lolcow Coin, and the other shows are successful in their own right compared to most people who start live streaming, right? We can go on how much the shows have changed and how much they haven't gotten better. But no matter what, the money is flowing, the viewership is flowing, the community is steadily growing, but may face stagnation or even just a plateau for a while, which is all normal. Which is all normal process. And for somebody like Keem, who's probably gone through a number of times, he's sick of it. He wants one of the shows to fail, but it doesn't, right? And it can also be that as much as he wants the shows to fail, it can also be his willingness to not let it fail, his stubbornness to go against the odds, right? I think he did admit it that, even if he is wrong about every direction the show takes, even if he is proven wrong, he's still willing to go down that path, whether it's to die in his own means, which is also very common, right? You want to die within your own means. You want to die standing up then kneeling, right? You want to die, on the hill you have built, the fortress you have created, because that is more respectable. And in the end, you can't deny a man that, right? That he is willing to fail on his own terms and nobody else. And I feel like that's if you don't like the guy or you do like the guy, you can't deny that there's something about it that is just intriguing, something that draws you in, and I think that's what prevents him from failing, because there's more people betting for him or against him to the point where he needs to prove that he's able to succeed. And I think he has done that a number of times against the odds that are thrown against him, especially when people dogpile. But it can also be, another thing I would say is it can also be that the failure part, it could be maybe because so many people have thrown it at his face, right? That this show will fail, that he will not succeed. And he wants him to be right, but deep down he knows that that may not be the case. And for somebody like Keem, who his hunger, his ambitious hunger will ever grow, but his prayer and need to fail will also grow with that. I think at this point we'll let the flow of history go and see what happened. Maybe the show won't last another couple of months. Maybe the show will last for years on end. Truthfully, I don't know, but I do know this. His hunger for, his ambitious hunger to fail will only grow. And maybe we'll get some good products out of it. Maybe we'll get some shit out of it. But all I know is his prayer to fail will never be answered. And I think in a weird twist to say, maybe in a very divine comedy, I think that's kind of sad. But who am I to say? Maybe I don't. Till then, y'all, have a good one, be safe, and God bless.